What's going on, people? It's your boy GT. Good times. We here. More than lyrics. It's a beautiful day. I know you're already having a beautiful day, but just know your day got so much better. I'm here with Fred. I'm here with Jacob. Bobby is not here, but the good vibes keep rolling. And yeah, it's another beautiful day to have more than lyrics.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here. I'm
Excited to
ecstatic.
have you,
I've been looking
man.
forward to this all day.
Well, I'm gonna start off with the question, so I don't
Yeah.
forget. But what does more than lyrics mean to you?
Honestly, I was thinking about this, and it really is a place for me to be myself. Like you already know a little bit about me. I'm an attorney. I'm from California, and most people meet me, they don't really get that kind of vibe. They're not like,
Not at
yeah,
all.
they're not like he's like a professional, like attorney type deal. And I worked really hard for it and all, but a part of it, like when I get on that stage, when I met you guys, it's a lot more real for me. I feel a lot closer to who I actually want to be, who I am.
That's cool.
And it's been decompressing. It's been necessary eventually. Like that's why I'm there every month.
Yeah.
Like I really need it for myself. And I was really glad I went that first time in February.
I'm glad you did too.
Yeah.
So this is interesting to hear your response because you're the first, Steven, so you'll be the second one who came to the podcast from the open mic. But you're the first one who had that experience of more than lyrics as more than just like the saying, as like this is your interaction with the brand, if you would.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate that, man. Let
Yeah,
people
man.
know. Come to more than lyrics.
Yeah. No, the open mics are fun. I highly recommend everyone goes to those. I have a great time, and it's really a monthly highlight for me. So if you guys are in Omaha, check it out. Look at the schedule for sure.
So Steven, he started out as just this little kid that showed up at the open mic and told stories about animals, and now he's hosting an open mic.
Yeah.
So I don't know, you have you been to? I think he's hosted two of them so far.
I've been to both of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a little different than me hosting, but think he's doing a good job.
I
Should we
think
keep up?
so. I like the fact that like it adds more fluidity between each act. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He kind of, because before he would get up and he would say his whole thing about like, oh, tell his zoo stories, whatever. And it was a little conversational and it was nice, but it feels more adaptable when he's doing smaller snippets in between as,
Yeah.
guitarists are setting up and whatever. And it feels a lot more natural that way. So I would say definitely keep that rolling. It was a good change for sure.
I appreciate that feedback.
Yeah.
So I started it because I wanted to live stream the open mic, and I guess like open mics just isn't something that does well in a live stream, or maybe it's just my branding. I don't know, but TikTok they actually kicked us off because nobody was interactive with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Yeah. No, it's funny you say that. When I was in law school, I would live stream myself playing League of Legends, and it ended up going almost fairly well. I remember I got like a $60 payout, and I was like,
Oh, nice.
I didn't realize I'm getting paid for this. I was like, this is a thing. But
Yeah.
I was like in the middle of law school, so I didn't really have time to like do it. But and wasn't really sure I wanted to. But as far as like the TikTok one goes, yeah, they keep their studio time very centric. So if you're not like meeting a certain quota at least on views and likes and whatever, they're not going to spend that bandwidth on their servers on that. Like you have to meet certain thresholds to keep the live streaming right. So that does, yeah. Open mics are more about being there.
that's why I kind of figure. Yeah, I just thought like social media. I'm a tech guy, so like I can add my tech and make it available for people online.
Do you
But
want a recommendation
yeah,
on
absolutely.
how to use those skills? I would say start making posts that use the highlights from every open mic. Make like a highlight reel, the best moments. Post those on Reels, on Instagram, on Snapchat, whatever. And I feel like that would probably, like you get TikToks of like really cool moments or really niche artists. You tag them, they'll put it on their story. Like let's say you tag me, right? And then I tag after this, I'll put the podcast on my story, be like, hey, check me out, whatever. And it'll hit about 500 to 1,000 people. And suddenly you do that with a couple other people. Now they're tagging their friends, they're tagging people, their friends and family are like, oh my God, look at you, honey, you're doing such a good job. So
Okay.
that would probably be a really good way to integrate your tech abilities and edit like the video. Because live streaming, you have the full video, But now you can just video it without worrying about streaming and stuff. Make sure the audio is good.
record it.
Yeah, and then go through it after and be like, I like this moment. I want to make a post out of that. I like that moment. I want to make a post out of that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think like out of the last couple open mics, my favorite one was the guy and the gal that he was playing the acoustic deal, and then she was singing and they were like going back and forth.
I remember that.
I think he was the one. I think he wanted to like jam with you at the last one, but we ran out of time.
Really?
Yeah.
I totally
So maybe
missed
next
that.
month that'll happen.
Yeah. No, I got to make sure to run into him, point him out to me.
For
So
sure.
Obviously, I'll be there. So.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you coming to the open mic. How did you find out about it?
So I was actually, a friend of mine was just getting coffee there and saw the sign and sent me a photo of it.
Okay.
And so I was like, they were like, you should go try this. And I'd never performed in front of people before. And I was like, I'd been playing for exactly 1 year when they sent that. So I was like, oh, okay, well, she sent that to me. Maybe I should try it. And I was so nervous. But I was so lucky because
You did good.
yeah, well, you saw the whole thing. Like, I got there like 4:30 because it said like there's signups, you have to be strict, this and that. And I was
Right.
like, what is going on? And I walk
back
up
to
to
get
the
my guitar.
yeah, I walk up to the girl at the register. She's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, what? And so I was like, and then finally you walked in because you were getting set up. I was like, I had a feeling. I don't know why. I just had a feeling you were associated somehow. I don't know what it was, but I was like, I looked at you and I was like, I feel like I need to talk to him. And then you
Yeah.
were like, dude, you got it whenever you want. So I was I was like at like 7, I think. So it wasn't like a ton of people in there, which was perfect. For my first time ever, it was the perfect vibe to get started.
Nice.
It was like putting, like when you plant a seed, you don't plant it in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. You know what I mean? You put it in a small pot and put it on the windowsill in a nice, easy environment.
Yeah.
So then that could like grow. But if you threw me out on some big stage immediately, I would be freaking out. So
We literally in the last show were talking about that. We had Mick on, and he hasn't been to this open mic. So just a little history. I've been doing shows at Sozo since 2017. I think 2017 is when we started, and it was actually Urban Voice is what we started. It was a writing workshop for poets and songwriters. And we did a workshop, and then we did an open mic as part of that. And my goal was 12 workshops, 12 months of the year. And we did that. And then the next year, well, over the course of it, I had like this idea of doing like a creative school, which eventually I think would be cool to have, but I just don't have the bandwidth for it. So
No,
I have
yeah,
1,000
it's
different products.
build up to there.
projects.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
huge.
But I decided to pivot to doing the open mic. So we've been consistent. We left Sozo for a little while. I think it was after COVID, and now we're back. Last year was the first year back, and it was actually my daughter Lyric's idea to do an open mic.
How fortuitous is that, man?
Yeah, that's where our name came from, more than Lyrics. But Mick used to come to the open mic, and he was just talking about how like there's opportunity for people, and literally I just said that like this could be the platform that the next big star comes out of, and this is opportunity for them in a low pressure environment. No judgment or anything like that. Like everybody who comes to open mic is pretty cool, except for that one guy.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's crazy. No details.
Right.
Oh my God.
But we have a lot of fun, and I'm glad that you're a part of it.
Oh, I'm really glad. I'm really glad to be a part of it. I was so honored when you asked me to be here. I was like, there's been a lot of firsts for me recently.
That's cool.
This week has been 2 big firsts for me on this, because like I said, lawyer is day job, and then this is like what I'd like to do with my time.
Okay.
I had my first paid gig on Saturday.
Let's go,
Yeah.
man. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's dope.
A year and 4 months into like really giving this my all. My all being outside of the bar exam, outside of school, outside of work.
Right.
So whatever I have left. And I could never imagine that taking place. Like I said, with that analogy with the pot, like Omaha and this area in general is kind of more like that. It's smaller. You get more acquainted with people. Like we got close, you know what I mean? And I get close with people everywhere I go. That would never happen back home in California. It would not happen.
Yeah.
Like it would be like being in the Amazon rainforest on that big stage, because I could not imagine finding a small town, bringing my guitar with me. Because what happened was I was going to Ashland. Every Sunday I have like a Sunday reset. Because I spend Monday through Friday in the office.
Right.
So I spend my time outside.
Right.
So Sunday I go to a state park usually. And there's a state park right next to Ashland. So I drove 30 minutes down to Ashland. I was going to get a coffee, get a snack, get some breakfast, and then go. And I had my guitar like strapped to my back because I go to the park and I practice there too. And ended up like the guy at the cafe was like, I run a show here. How do you play?
Wow.
And so I showed him a video of me playing, gave him my number.
From the open mic?
No, just a video I had of me in my room. Like I didn't have any videos from the open mic yet. And so I did that at 3 other venues that day. I was walking around Ashland and I met like this group of really sweet old ladies who run an art gallery. And that was one. And so 2 months later, she calls me and says, "Hey, I'm having an art show. Would you mind coming by and playing?"
Wow.
And I was like, she goes, "How much do you charge?" And I was like, "Charge? How much do I usually charge?" I was like, I wasn't sure whether I should, but she was so sweet. I had to be honest. I was like, "Listen, this is my first time. I would do it for free, to be honest." And and in California, you'd have to pay them. You know what I mean? But
For
here,
sure.
she was like, "Nah, I need to pay you." So sweet. I was like, "All right, how about this?" So here's what I told her. I said, "Listen, I'll come there and I'll do it. And then at the end of the night, you tell me how much you think it was worth, and then you can pay me that. And if it doesn't go well, because honestly, I've never done it before. I don't know. I might mess up. So I was like, if it doesn't go well, if it's not what you expected, you tell me how I could have improved it, like some sincere, specific advice, and that'll be my payment." And she was like, "Sounds good to me." So I rolled down there 2 days ago. One of the best Saturdays of my whole life. I had a blast.
How long did you play?
3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours. And at first, when I walked in, art gallery, obviously setting, so she put me in the showroom right behind the grand piano. I kind of put myself in front of it, it was a Bluetooth amp, put my drum kit pedal, grabbed my guitar, plugged everything in, and I started playing. I was playing like slow classical stuff, people looking at the guitars. And I do a performance every once in a while, like an actual like beat song. And then I guess it was because the Kentucky Derby probably was going on that same day.
Okay.
It was really slow. No one was coming in. And so I'm taking a break. They had like sangria and stuff. She's like, "You want some sangria?" I'm like, "Sure."
Let's go.
I'm having the time of my life. And so her friend is helping her out, this sweet old lady. She goes, "Hey, why don't you want to sit outside?" And I look outside. It was a beautiful day. And right on the strip, right in the center, main street of the city. And they got like a platform right to the left of the door. And I was like, this looks like a great idea. So I grabbed my stuff, put it outside, and within 10 minutes, people just started pouring in.
Oh,
I turned it up. I started playing because I had been taking vocal lessons. I've been practicing, and I had like a set of songs ready. And the best moment was probably, I'm playing Hey There Delilah, and a girl named Delilah walks by. Time of my life.
That's awesome.
There, all of a sudden, and people are streaming into this place now.
Wow.
And the ladies are coming out. They're like, "It's working." I'm like, "I know." and so she goes, and I'm playing the song, and then all of a sudden, she's like, they're giving me song requests. I'm like, "Dude, I've been doing this for like a year. I'm not like good at. I don't got like a whole Rolodex of songs for you to choose from."
Right.
And she's like, "Can you play Taylor Swift? Can you do this?" And I was like, "Do you guys know Harry Styles?" And they all start screaming. And I'm like, I start playing Sweet Creature, and they all lost their minds.
Okay.
So I turned the mic over to her, so now one of the girls is singing.
Nice.
And now more people are coming. And the crazy thing was, for the business, in the middle of it, like people would walk by, but like let's say their kids had like granola bars or like ice cream or something, and the parents would be like, "No, you can't go in there." I had a mic in front of me. I'd be like, "No, go ahead. You can go in," because they could.
Right.
And so I literally brought people in there, and they bought stuff who otherwise wouldn't have gone in.
Right.
And so
crazy, man.
The part for me, it felt like I actually provided her some value,
Big
and it really made me feel great. And the finale was, they asked me to play Taylor Swift, and I'm learning a Taylor Swift song right now, our song, but I'm gonna make a dude version of it.
Okay.
But until that's done, since it's a Bluetooth amp, I just played a song through it, and half the street is that we got a whole circle of people just bumping.
Awesome.
And it was super fun. And at the end of the night, I honestly wasn't expecting to get much out of it. I got like almost $200 of value out of it. And the thing about it was, this is something that really hit me a lot. As I was out there, I didn't think it was appropriate for me to like open my guitar case and put it out there or whatever. Mm-hmm. But one of the ladies said I should. And I was like, they had my well-being in mind, which was weird. And so I did that. And every time someone dropped a tip, I'd say thank you, But I eventually actually almost had a group of people to pay attention to. So I'm not sure if I didn't notice. I hope I said thank you to this person. someone dropped a 50 in there. And I was like, I just want to know who it was and why. Yeah, I was like, and then this other lady was like, you got to put your Venmo up, because she stopped me to ask me for my Venmo, so you Venmo me $20. And I was like, I didn't think I should. I didn't think I was there. You know, it's been like a year and 4 months. I feel like almost like I never had imposter syndrome going through law school. I almost had it at that moment. I was like, I'd never struggled with imposter syndrome because I'd worked so hard to get there. I spent years on like the LSAT and school and all these things. And I was like, I worked hard. I was walking around UT Austin, and I was like, I wasn't feeling that kind of pressure. I was feeling pressure, but not that kind of pressure. But this time around, it felt like it was almost like a weight had been lifted off my chest. Like someone I'd always wanted to be was finally manifesting.
That's huge,
and it was so nice.
I'll tell you, like, I've had some experiences where, like, I got to rap at, you know,
Yeah, of course. I've seen your performance.
I do it at church. A couple of things. So the point of like getting paid for what you do, like what we do is ministry. Like we will do it for free if we feel like that's what we're called to do. But there have been a couple of times where like a church would invite me out and they actually pay me. And it's like, how much you charge? And that I have that same question, like, I don't know, I do this for free.
Yeah, exactly.
But one of the bigger shows I was doing, I kind of had that feeling like, what am I doing here? Like, I don't feel qualified. I don't feel like this is where imposter syndrome. Like, I'm not some big name artist. That's not even like my desire. I don't want to be a huge artist, but what I was reminded of is like I had been preparing for this, and also I was called to it. It's a ministry, right? So there's an opportunity for me to pour out what I've been preparing. Yeah. Right. And yeah, man, we had a great time, and it's still some of the better experiences that I've had performing my music. It's in some of those situations where I didn't really feel like I should be here.
I completely agree with that. I felt that when you just said, because for me it's about, like you just said, you prepared for this. Right. So in the moment you remember how much time you spent working on this.
All that time.
And it gives you that sort of confidence. And have you seen Naruto?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
There's that moment where Rock Lee in the original Naruto, when he's fighting Gaara, and there's that flashback to his teacher, Guy Sensei, and he's like, your hard work may betray you. Because in the end he loses that fight, you know? But never betray your hard work.
Nice.
Never. It may betray you. You may fail. On that stage, I may mess up. I may fail, whatever. But I won't pretend like I hadn't done all that work. I won't pretend like I didn't put in all those hours. So when I was performing and suddenly I didn't even notice I had people around me. And if I thought about it, I would have messed up. I would have gotten nervous.
Yeah.
But instead
the memory kicks in.
Yeah. Instead I just thought about how many times I performed this song, how much my fingers hurt doing this, drilling it for hours. And I'm like, suddenly I knew I could do it. I didn't need that. I didn't need that anymore. I had done it enough on my own.
Dude, that's
and
huge.
So I fully agree with the preparation thing. It's huge.
Congrats again for that, man. That's a huge
I was so
accomplishment.
happy. Yeah.
A year, you said a year and a half in.
Yeah, because I started last January, seriously. Okay. So it's what, May now? So a year and like 4 months. I mean, minus 2 months for the bar exam, because I kind of took a break when I was studying for that. Right. And I did do a classical guitar in high school for 2 years, but it was just a class each day, and I hadn't touched it between those 2 times, so I'm not sure I count that, but yeah, it hadn't been my first time dealing with music entirely.
So my daughter's out in the lobby. Yeah. I don't know if she's listening, but me and her, we have this song, and I've wanted to, for the longest time, like learn it on guitar. Like I have an acoustic guitar that I bought like 12, 14 years ago, but it's big. Like I have a hard time getting my hand around the neck, and maybe I just don't spend enough time with it. But I want to learn the Duck Song and play that open like.
You know, I have a suggestion for you, honestly.
Yeah.
If well, first guitar-wise, if you put your thumb towards the back on the bottom, it helps you wrap your whole wrist around, and I can show you after. But there's also something that I used called BGA, Beginner Guitar Academy. Okay. Oh my God, this dude's insanely helpful. It's like $2 $1 free trial for 2 weeks, and the guy is literally your teacher, but he's genuinely watching you. Like, you're watching his classes and stuff, but every few classes you have to send him a video of you doing the things.
Okay.
And then he sends you a video back saying, hey, Jacob, you know, you did this well. Redo that part. It wasn't where it needs to be. You need to do this. If you need tips on that. And I sent him so many support messages. Hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And within a day or two, he replies, sends him a video of himself responding, hey, Jacob, here's what you're looking for. Here's what you need to do. I have some resources. Here's this video. Here's how to play Wonderwall, this and that. And it's like having your own personal teacher, but for like a fraction of the price.
That's huge.
So I would recommend just try that free trial 2 weeks and let me know how it goes, because that was hugely helpful for me in starting guitar. It is really, really helpful. I'm not even done with it yet. I'm on level 4. There's like 5 levels to this thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna go all the way through.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm completely.
I'm gonna graduate.
I'm hoping by the time I'm done, he starts at level 6. Like, I don't want to stop. That dude really skyrocketed my progression.
So what's your goals with your music?
Honestly, I realized actually almost recently, about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, at the start of the year. Have you ever read a book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People?
I've heard of it.
It's a really good book. And one thing that it taught me was I would sit at Point Dume in California, overlooking the sky view and the beach. Every year I take a reset and I plan out my whole life. When I'm 60 years old, this is what I want accomplished. When I'm 50, this is what I want accomplished. When I'm 40, this is what I want accomplished. By 2030, I'll be 30. This is what I want accomplished. And guess what? That's in 5 years. 4 now. So, and then finally on the last page of my journal that I carry with me every day, which is my daily planner, I put what I want done by the end of this year. And that 60-year timeline, all the way at the end, is going to be my answer to your question. Because on that page, I wrote, I want to make music so comprehensive that people are able to understand me when they hear it and are understood through me, and they in turn want me to understand them. And I realized I'm a very open book kind of person.
Yeah.
And it took me a long time to realize how much I want people to know who I am, actually who I am. And so music is the most efficient way I know to do that. When I hear songs, people write them themselves, because it can't be, you know, Hollywood, they make a song and then Bruno Mars sings it. Amazing artist. But like, it needs to be something I write myself. And I can't even do that right now. I started writing a song. I'm like, I don't have enough comprehensive understanding of music theory, what notes to be in, how. And so when I started working on it, it made me understand and made me really appreciate how hard it is to write your own song. And that's when I thought of you, because you write your own songs. And I was like, how does he come up with these lyrics? And then at the last open mic night, I finally got a really good appreciation for poetry. I always undersold it. But then that one guy came, with the guy with the big boxes of poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was going on. I'm like, this is really good. I was like, wow. I'd never like really thought it was like poetry was a thing like decent before, but I was like, he's really good at this. And I was like, that's how I need to write lyrics. Because when he was speaking, I felt like I was learning about him. Mm-hmm. And that's what I want to do with my music.
Yeah.
So
I think the most music, the best music is something that moves people,
always.
Right? But it's also creative and expressive, and it's not boring. Mm-hmm. Which I was telling Mick, like, I got out of writing for a while. Like, I haven't been writing music, and I have a couple songs that I'm still working on releasing, but I kind of feel like I lost my mojo to an extent.
Writer's block?
Yeah, maybe. I think it's just being out of practice. So one thing that I learned when I started writing music, there's lots of different techniques and, you know, ideas behind it. But one of the big things that I struggle with is, like, I don't want what I'm writing to suck.
Yeah. I feel that.
But it's part of the process. Like, there's a thing called free writing where you just set a 5-minute timer and you just write the thoughts as they come to your head, whether they rhyme, whether they make sense, whatever. Like, just get the thoughts out. One thing that I really struggle with is I like repeat lines over and over, and I just kind of get stuck on that line, that idea. But life, like this moment already is the past. Like, we're constantly progressing, constantly moving. And that, I mean, like, people who can freestyle, like, just blow me away.
Stream of consciousness.
Right.
Yeah.
Just present, and also thinking ahead, but to be able to like express it and just let it stand
Yeah.
instead of overanalyzing and trying to perfect
Yeah.
that one thing. Like, and that's another thing with like with any kind of art, like, you know, the rule of 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
You get 1,000 reps before you're, I think it's proficient at
I
something.
was gonna say the exact thing. This comes to songwriting because
Right.
the guy who wrote Wonderwall, he wrote 1,000 terrible songs before he got there. Like and it made me feel a little better because when I was writing that first song, I'm like, I already know this is gonna be terrible, but it's so.
I have to send you my first song.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because it's crazy because you know the process. You know you're gonna go through it. You know you're gonna fumble. You're gonna stumble around. You're gonna mess up. But it was actually back during COVID. It's something that I got when I was studying for the LSAT. There's this. I think I just used his words actually. It's a motivational speaker, and I have my gym playlist is full of like, it'll go from like Carly Rae Jepsen to like this dude or David Goggins like yelling at you. And then it's this one motivational speaker and he's like, it's so simple. You know you're going to go through it. You know you're going to mess up. You're going to stumble around. You're going to fall. But if you remember in that moment that that's the process, it's so predictable that just keep doing it and you will by necessity get better at it. It's just the process. It's just how it is. And it's like that with everything. So I'm trying to now take that approach to songwriting because I am on that first song and it is terrible.
Get through it, man.
Yeah.
That's my best advice. Get through it, and once you're done, practice it so you know it, but you also prepare for the next. Yeah. So we need to wrap up this episode.
Oh, yeah.
We got, I mean, that 28 minutes has flown by.
Oh. Oh, shoot, you're right.
But I wanted to, real quick, if you can share, what kind of law do you do?
It's real estate and finance. I'm working in-house, so I'm not like a litigator. I'm working in-house for a company.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to talk about how you got into that in the next episode?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I just wanted to, if you could share how people can connect with you if they want to find your music.
Oh yeah, next time on Dragon Ball Z. Am I allowed to say that?
Absolutely.
But okay, so I mean, my Instagram is just my name. It's funny. This Saturday, I was trying to come up with a stage name. They're telling me I need one, but my name right now, Jacob Mansour, JACOB MANSOUR _. I just have a little story of guitar. It's just me playing. That's all I got right now. I mean, I'm still brand new to all this, so
It's coming.
yeah, it's coming. I don't know if I should make a separate account. I'll probably just start uploading videos of me actually playing.
Do that.
Once I start, I'll get like a video of me doing a good open mic night and one that I like, and I'll upload that to my Instagram and start doing that a little more. But yeah, so that's my social media anyway.
Dope. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been More Than Lyrics. We'll see you next time.
Signing off.